See what Happy's got in the bag.
Oh, he buttered it up. Ooh. Oh, fuck it. Oh.
No good! No good! Yeah! Dude!
What's up, guys? Big Guy Bets back with another video. If you guys were here yesterday, you all know that we just cashed our Arkansas money line in the free YouTube video. We are now 1-1 on our free YouTube picks. I do enjoy doing these for you guys because I am able to kind of get to know everybody, see what everybody likes, what they dislike, and especially people that love college baseball. This is such a great opportunity for me to talk about, how long I've been doing this. I've been doing this since I was 19, so about 7-8 years, going on 8 years now. So I've been doing this college baseball gambling pretty heavily for the last 3 or 4 years now. So anybody that has any questions, I'm more than willing to help you guys out with this new kind of thing that the sports gambling is getting into the college baseball game. So for those of you that have been doing it a while, you understand that this game is extremely hard to bet on sometimes. One, because you don't get lines until maybe an hour before the game, but two, you just don't know who they're going to trot out there early in these games, and that's why we need to take advantage, and that is why I'm here to help you guys out with these free picks. Just kind of going over this last pick that we had yesterday, guys. TCU Arkansas, I talked about how their pitcher right there, Root, he just had an absolute stud of a game. I wish I could pull up for you guys how he did, but Arkansas's box score is not pulling up. I do know that he had around 7 or 8 Ks in 5 innings, and then we had the Ohio State transfer come in, and he kind of slammed the door a little bit, and then they had Christian Fauch come in, and oh my gosh, he is electric, but my heart was racing. My Apple Watch actually told me I needed to breathe, so that's me breathing because my gosh, that was terrible. And actually, just a part of this video, you guys will see, I'm going to cut this and edit this to let you guys know this is me before any of this happened, before it hit. The last 3 outs of the game were very, very intense. There ended up being 2 guys on, and they were obviously up by 1, Arkansas was, and there could have been a situation where base hit scores 2 and game over for me. Maybe for this channel, maybe I would have never even came back on again because I wouldn't be able to show my face after Arkansas screwed me 2 times, but they got it right back. They got it to 1-1. Go check out this little clip real quick because I was stressed. Come on! No way! Yes! No! How? Yes! 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 Fuck you, TCU! Fuck you! Let's go! Free play! Dubs! Come on, Fauch! Up your ass! What'd you guys think? I mean, that was some electric stuff by Christian Fauch there at the end, but my God, bet you could tell that I was a little bit nervous for those last few pitches. I mean, I felt like he couldn't find the zone when I really needed him to. Like I said, my watch kept telling me that I needed to breathe. I couldn't breathe. Every fastball, every cutter, everything that he was throwing, I could not breathe. I didn't know what to do. I have a little tick where I'm twisting my beard. I'm sure you guys guys saw that in the video within what I chopped up. Yeah, I'm going to be able to put every single out in there, and every single pitch I was on the edge of my feet, or as some would say, edge of their feet. My cousin said that one time instead of edge of my seat, and I may have even just said feet right there. So definitely going to have to check on that one. But guys, a couple notes I have in my phone from that game. How many foul ball home runs is Arkansas going to have this year? I mean, they're just teaching launch angle, launch angle, launch angle. How about let's get a base hit? 3 hits. 3 hits, okay? We've scored 2 runs in each of the last 2 games. 2 runs. 4 runs in a combined 8 innings, okay? With a lineup loaded with talent. This is one of the most talented hitting rosters I've seen in an Arkansas in their program, probably in like at least 4 or 5 years. I know they've had a couple guys come through the program, but this group, they're talented. And I don't know why David Thompson just wants to teach launch angle so much, because it's not working, especially at the field that they're at. And I probably should have capped that a little bit better, because they're not going to be hitting too many balls out unless you're one of the Aloy brothers. But besides that, guys, they're not going to be hitting anything out, and they're going to be an underplay pretty much every game going forward, because their pitching staff's not going to give up more than 3 runs, because they're just absolutely loaded, and they're hitting, I guess it's just never going to work. I don't know if they're going to be able to figure it out. They've only been able to figure it out against Washington State, which is a tall tale that they just can't fucking hit. So that was tough. Anything else I had from that game? Yeah, can this team ever have any more than 3 hits in a game? I mean, I sat there and I maybe could have touched some of those, at least with my bat. I mean, that was so embarrassing. Every single at-bat, I was just kind of like, what is going on? I mean, they had a couple hard-hit balls right at guys, but it felt like every at-bat, I was just like, I mean, here comes, a couple shitters. I mean, it almost felt like to get anybody on second base was the biggest deal in the world. Sorry about that. So that was kind of tough. Do they practice hitting? At some point, you got to sit around and wonder, do they even practice hitting? Because apparently they only throw bullpens. They only carve against each other, and that's kind of the way it is. So that's very concerning. And the last one is every game going to be played under 5 runs. So if you ever see an Arkansas total at about 10 or 10.5 or 11, take the under. And I know I'm going to say that, and tomorrow they're going to play Michigan, and Michigan's going to have no pitching, and all of a sudden Arkansas is going to come out and score 7 or 8 runs. But at the end of the day, I guarantee if you bet the under in most Arkansas games, you're going to cash. So those were a couple things. I mean, thank you so much, Dave Van Horn, for getting Nolan Souza the fuck out. I mean, no offense. You are a great, great, great defender. A lot better than that freshman Frazier that they threw out there today. But my God, I just can't even assume or understand why they would do anything different in the lineup than what they did today, because anything that they're going to do is not going to work apparently. But this lineup at least had a couple hard hit outs, and it wasn't just strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. And again, Nolan Souza at the very top of that list. Again, this isn't a Nolan Souza hate page, but my lord, man. But yeah, anyway, so we are now 1-1. This is the free play that cashed right here. If you guys want to go check that out, that video is going to be right in front of this one. Going into kind of just the overall day before I get into my pick, VIP, guys, if you want to subscribe to my VIP, the link is going to be in this post here. It is /BGS bets. So if you guys want to go in and check out my VIP, that's the best way to do it. Look at this guy. I mean, 9-1. There's not much more I can do for you guys than a 9-1 day. Okay. We had ASU oral over 13.5. And if I get one more text, I might just go shove anything up the crevice of my butt. So no more text, people. Stop texting me. ASU oral over 13.5. That cashed in like the 5th inning, I believe. Absolute just domination of ASU hitting. Oral also had obviously some good hitting because they had to cash that over, but ASU has no bullpen. This may be another look tomorrow, just kind of like a free play. I would look if anything is under 14.5 for ASU Oral. I'd take that over. Texas Tech, UCI over. Both those teams can hit. It was only a matter of time before they both, kind of busted it wide open. Pause. Um, but that was an easy one. Oregon money line that came around minus 170, so a little bit of juice there. Arkansas money line that was about minus 115, 120. I even got that live, as you guys can see here. I got that live for the VIP at plus 135. So I may lay the juice on one, but I get that plus money right back. I always want to get you guys that juice, that extra juice, I guess. UNC UVA money line lay. We got to cash that before one. Kind of two close games, but Oregon Vandy money line lay. That was pretty easy. Oregon definitely almost lost that game. And then we go to the piece of shit right here, Oregon State. That was just absolutely atrocious what I saw from them. That team just did not look like the same team that has been playing the last few days. They couldn't hit. They couldn't hit guys in. They were like 1 for 9, I believe, with runners in scoring position. So just not good. Kind of disappointing because I even actually texted one of my buddies, hey, what is the Oregon State Beavers on your book to win? Because I wanted to maybe get in on that because they looked really good to start the season. But even after that collapse, it just kind of shows that the SEC is going to dominate, and even like the mid-tier SEC teams. I will say I am pretty excited about this Oklahoma team. They have a very deep staff. Their hitting is not too great, but that is what gets you kind of to Omaha. And as you can tell with the Arkansas Razorbacks, all you got to do is limit people to a certain amount of runs, and at least if you have those couple top guys at the top of the lineup and maybe a couple guys that can scratch them across, you're going to do some damage. So Oregon State really sucked me today. Texas Tech money line, that was plus 115. Baylor money line minus 130, and Stanford money line, I believe that was like minus 145. So 9-in-1 day for VIP, guys. If you want to get that /BGS bets on winnable, it's right here on my free YouTube page, pick page. So that's it for VIP. I have no sponsors yet. I have no other codes I can give you guys at this moment. But what we will do is dive into this college baseball slate for tomorrow. And what do you know, guys? It is a big fat fucking nothing. Okay, well, they make it a lot harder to make these videos for you guys live in time, so maybe what we're going to do is just go over the entire slate, and we're going to kind of go over a couple games that I like, and we'll come up with a video. I would kind of know these lines, or at least have a good idea going into it, kind of like how I had that Arkansas one yesterday. First things first, I mean, this isn't going to come out in your book. Georgia won't. Florida won't be worth it. Tennessee probably won't be worth it. But they did lose today? Did they lose today? I think Tennessee may have lost today. Let me tap in. Definitely did not lose today. Okay. Disregard. But this game, East Carolina, North Carolina, I'm intrigued in just because that game was pretty close today. Connor Norby threw pretty well for ECU, but after him, I don't know how much depth they have in that bullpen or even in that pitching staff. North Carolina is absolutely loaded, but still with that lineup, I can't trust it. I'd have to see what that East Carolina pitcher is going to do, but that could maybe be another underlook there. Wake Forest, I mean, if they're on your book, there'd be a good parlay piece. I don't think St. John's beats them in any of these games. Clemson's had a couple close ones with all these teams. It's kind of weird. Kind of disappointed in them to this point, so probably not looking there. This is one right here, UT Arlington, Oklahoma State. This is one I'll be looking at. I honestly haven't done any. We'll look this up real fast. We'll see UT Arlington baseball. This team I know nothing about. They played UTSA twice and then got postponed in Oregon. I mean, yeah, I don't know. UTSA's never been a really good baseball school. It looks like they played them pretty tight. Let's see who their Friday night guy is, because technically this is their first game that they're playing in. 7.1, 3-3. Wow. 15 groundouts. Okay. Appeared in 25 games as a hitter and 14 starts as a freshman. Picked up 48 strikeouts. Held a team best. 3.79 ERA. I mean, so it looks like this guy's more of a to-contact guy. If you're going to be a contact pitcher, I don't think it'll be of use to you against the Oklahoma State team at home. They might put that ball over the fucking yard. First initial gut reaction, I like that Oklahoma State as some sort of parlay piece. If they're anything less than 200, you could take that straight up. Oregon and Rhode Island, this is a weird game because Oregon has played absolutely awful in this series to this point, and actually just awful to this point in the year. They allowed Rhode Island starter today to go, I think it was 10 innings, like 127 pitches. I mean, that kid was just absolutely dueling. So I wouldn't even touch that game. This game, TCU, Kansas State, that one's pretty interesting. TCU, I was pretty impressed with Arkansas today, and I was also impressed with K-State, so I'm probably going to stay away from that one. And then Virginia, Oklahoma, that one is going to be a must-see game. I am not impressed with Virginia at all in any sort of capacity at this point in the year. Oklahoma is a team that honestly really impressed me today against Oregon State. They're, like I said, their bullpen's pretty deep. I believe tomorrow they're going to be starting their big I can't really say that necessarily. Their big starter, their big starter for their Sunday guy. He's a guy from LSU. I just can't really remember his name. But he's going to be a pretty solid player, and I think that they might be a good look here. But if I am going to go with a play without even looking at it for the free play for this video, we are going to go with Oregon State against Minnesota. My guess is in this game, I'm going to guess this is going to be the starter for Minnesota, Justin Thornton. He was the one that started on Sunday last week and against Houston. He went 3.1 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. So the 7 strikeouts is actually relatively impressive, but against a hungry Oregon State team that kind of screwed a lot of different people today, I don't think that you're running into the best of teams going up against them on the Sunday. I feel bad for him. You know, he's going to get rocked, and then he's going to have to go to chemistry class the next day. So I like Oregon State in this game. My guess is that Oregon State is going to come out at least at minus 200 or more. If they are anything less than that, this is an absolute nuke for you guys, free play. Without having these lines, it's really hard to tell. If it's minus 1.5, easily take it. Minus 2.5, we may even keep doing that. Anything minus 2.5 on the run line or more, I'd probably fade this pick, or not fade this pick, but just not play it at all. I believe they win this game by 3 or 4 runs, but anything minus 1.5, minus 2.5, I'd probably take that, and that's going to be the free play for this. Like I said, it is really hard to kind of go over and have a for sure pick for you guys without any lines up, but I hope you guys at least appreciate me going through the board and kind of seeing some value here. One thing I will say, especially on these games, guys, this is where the future of people like us that gamble every day, this is where they start to throw. Meaning the bullpens are going to be a bunch of guys that are worth absolutely nothing, that are getting a bunch of innings, and they're never going to play baseball again a day in their life after this year or after a couple of years. They're not very good. So we're going to be looking at a lot of overs. I'm sure some of the books are going to juice those up a little bit because they understand that as well. But we're going to be taking some serious overs tomorrow. So stay tuned. Go follow my threads. This is the parlay for today. I kind of just went over that we've got, I mean, we were 6 of 8. Like I said, Oregon State kind of screwed us. And this one was supposed to start at 6 o'clock and started at 3. So that was kind of a mess up on the books part. I was kind of upset about that because if the game's not starting at 6, I probably wouldn't have bet it. So go follow me on Threads, guys. I mean, I am just starting to grow. We're all going to grow together, but we're also going to grow our pocket. If I grow, your pocket grows, because I've been doing this a long time. I'm fully transparent with all my picks. I know what's right and what's not right, and I do know I will own every single loss just as much as I'm going to boast every single win. So, this is, like I said, this guy's going to start, but I will give you guys this play because I will show you the main reason so that you can see Oregon State baseball, okay? I'm going to pull up their roster and show you guys who's throwing for the Beavers. And if the roster pulls up sometime this millennium, cool. All right. He is right here. Lefty pitcher from Lynn Benton Community College. Okay, here's the real big thing. Went 6-1 with a 1.3 ERA, and he had 120 strikeouts at Lynn Benton. The NWACS is no joke, okay? And it's definitely something that a lot of good players come from. I mean, you look at, I don't know how he wasn't recruited higher. 16-0 record with a .56 ERA and struck out 178 batters in 75 innings in high school. Maybe he was facing the children of the blind. I don't care. This guy carves. His first game was against UCI, a really solid hitting team. 6 innings, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, okay? Still hasn't allowed a run or a hit yet this year. I think this team coming off of a loss against a team, maybe they were better than, maybe they're not. Maybe Oklahoma's really that good. But I believe that this team coming off of that loss, that's going to sting a little bit, but they have that first loss under their belt, and now they're going to go out and dominate a team that is just far less superior than them. So anything -1, -2.5, let's take that run line for the free play. Again, go follow this this page, my Winnable. It's free. And also, if you guys want to support me, my VIP page, it is very, very affordable. I appreciate all of you that would go in there and support me. And honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't want to go 9-1 on the day, I don't know what to tell you. So, like, subscribe to the YouTube. Guys, I appreciate you so much, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace. Let's go.